And yeah, this leads on to speak to your team. I split my time fairly evenly between playing with people I know in real life and playing with randoms and playing by myself. Each of these I love. Obviously I'd swing towards playing with people I know in real life in terms of that's the most fun, but I really do enjoy playing with randomers and playing myself as well. Obviously when you play with friends you're going to be talking anyway, so this isn't quite the issue, but if you are playing in a game with randomers, you don't have to have a full-blown conversation about what they had for lunch, but if a Scrake is coming round the corner, if a Flesh Pound is coming round the corner, it really helps to speak. If you need healed, if they need healed, it is really the difference between life and death, and that's why I love this game so much. It's such a team-focused game. If you don't have a mic, or you're really embarrassed about your accent, just type. But typing's tricky because you need your hands to shoot and kill and swap and heal. So if you're typing, hey chaps, there's a big old Scrakey Jake coming round the corner. Yeah, that's gonna be detrimental to your play style. So just abbreviate. Even if you just type flesh, people are gonna know what you mean. If you type SK, people are gonna know what you mean. This leads me on to talking about Scrakes and Flesh Pounds. Hopefully I'll flash up an image of a Scrake and a Flesh Pound so you know what they look like. Scrakes, let's talk about Scrakes first of all. They are the chainsaw dudes. They come in various guises, depending on if you're playing during a festive skin period. But by and large, they're like kinda dudes with an apron, that have a chainsaw. And when I first started playing Killing Floor, I didn't know what to do. I think so many people are in the same boat. What do you do with these guys? Because by and large, the rest of the game before you encounter Scrake is everyone shoot and have fun. But Scrakes change that dynamic so much, and Flesh Pounds even more so. So Scrakes, they've got an enrage mechanic. So if you do a certain amount of damage to them, they're going to go crazy, and they do a lot of damage. They do a charge attack. Now this is really important. If a Scrake is enraged, if a teammate accidentally, or heaven forbid, on purpose, enrages a Scrake when you're right next to it, it does a charge attack. Now the charge attack does a lot of damage. So say he does a charge attack, puts his chainsaw inside you, don't move. Just stay still and keep shooting and pray that your team are going to be shooting at it as well. Because if it's got his chainsaw inside of you, right inside you, deep inside of you, and you move back, that's going to force him to do the rage mechanic again, doing the massive damage of the charge attack. Whereas if he charge attacks you, you stay still, shoot it, the chainsaw inside you doesn't do nearly as much damage. So that's really important. I might as well fling this in here as well. Use the crouch mechanic. If you hit C on your keyboard, you crouch down, giving you a better aim. So if you're in this situation, crouch down, then aim for the head. Who should be shooting the Scrakes? If you are a medic, you should not be shooting the Scrakes. If you are a commando, you should not be shooting the Scrakes. The people that should be dealing with the Scrakes are the sharpshooters primarily, the berserkers. If you see a berserker fighting a Flesh Pound, do not, for the love of God, attack that Flesh Pound, because that could wipe that guy out. Berserkers have a stun mechanic. They can stun the Flesh Pound. They can kill a Flesh Pound with taking no damage. Another person that is good for Scrakes and Flesh Pounds is the shotgun character. This is a wee bit more risky. If he has the hunting shotgun, it's really good, or the AA-12 mainly. He can take on a Scrake or a Flesh Pound himself. Where this strategy starts to fall down is when you get more players. Say you've got 3. I'm not sure. Probably 2 players. You're still fine. 2 players, you'll be fine. If you get more than 3 players, 3 or more players, probably an AA-12 alone won't cut it. You'll have to, again, linking back to the point I had about speaking, shout in your microphone, say I need help. Now 2 shotguns, you're probably going to be home sailing. So that's that. I do realise I kind of said, yeah, let's focus on Scrakes, whilst also talking about Flesh Pounds. Flesh Pounds are primarily harder Scrakes, I'd say. Same basic idea. If you do a certain amount of damage to them with a weak weapon, they will enrage, and they do so much damage. Also, about Flesh Pounds, if you stay out of their line of sight, they will never enrage. Well, unless you're really close to them for a long time, but yeah, you'll be in their line of sight. So if you're running, just make sure you turn that corner super quick so they can't see you. If they can't see you, they can't enrage. So I don't know the exact time limit, but say they're looking at you for 7 seconds. Even if you do no damage to them, they'll enrage. That's a big difference between a flesh pound and a Scrake. A Scrake can be following you for so long. Don't worry about taking them out straight away. You can just kite them for ages. They're really, really, really slow. They're snails, so you can like save all the Scrakes till the end of the game, until you and your team are in a good position to kill them all. This links back to the note about speaking to your team. I think it's a good idea to decide on a plan. Now, I play with friends who are just of the opinion, yeah, let's just go mess stuff up, and you know what, I love that too. I love going in there without a plan. But as long as everyone's in the same boat, there's so many plans you can do in Killing Floor. It's not simply a matter of beat the game once on one difficulty level and you're a pro. I don't know, I'd split the plans you can do into roughly 2 categories. One is just kiting round about the map. In this instance, make sure your team are a tight-knit group shooting forward. The difficulty starts to creep in there if some are like shooting behind. Obviously, if a Gorefast is chewing your ass up, turn round, kill it, but then focus in the front, because you don't want to get sandwiched with enemies behind and in front. So if you can eliminate the threat in front of you, you can push on forward, gain distance on those behind you. The other kind of route you can go in terms of a plan is try and hold up somewhere. The best thing to do in this situation is find an area where there's only one point of access for the enemies, so all of your team are shooting in one direction, maximum firepower. It's best if there isn't another entrance. If there's one other entrance and it's a welded door, that's also an option. Get a shotgun guy welding that door, but then you have to have quite a number of people in your team to make up for that one person not being a full-time firepower person. If you're a new player and you're having difficulties, stick with your team. That'll usually see you good. Even if you're not that good, see if you just try and survive. When I first started playing, I'd think, okay, I'm not very good, I don't really know about the different enemy types, I don't know what guns I'm buying, loads of stuff like that. If you just try and stick with your team, stay in the middle of them, try and support them, now that you know these things about healing and things like that, you can pick up so much in this game by watching people. That's my favourite bit about it. You think you know all there is to know, then you see someone do something so differently, and it's inspiring. So just watch the other people, stick to them like glue, and you can't go too far wrong.